What's up there, YouTube? I was trying to crash out early tonight, and I just couldn't do it. Started thinking about all the shit going on, man. Trump's pushing for Armageddon. He's got his foot on the pedal, and the pedals to the metal, and we're racing down the highway to hell here. I don't know, man. He's not bluffing, too. I think he's lost his mind at this point. Something going on there. And he's talking about the big, something big's going to happen. It's like they want to fucking blow up a city or something with a nuke or something. And what's going to happen? We're going to get hit with not one. I'm predicting 3 fucking nuclear blasts in America. Yep. I don't know how, but I keep fucking having that number 3 coming up in my head with tied in with fucking bad image of 3 nuclear blasts. I don't know why I say that. It's been thinking about it, keeps coming up. I think we're in trouble. Shit's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I was just telling everybody here, if anybody's here, I just couldn't get to sleep, and I decided to do a live stream. Put out a video a few minutes ago, I guess 5 minutes ago, maybe a little longer than that. And AI fucked it up. It was going all right, and it kept having to redo it. Finally, it was the song Saint Stephen from Grateful Dead. And in the end, I wanted him to be raising up to heaven and Jesus to be reaching down and pulling him up. Well, it looked like there was 2 Jesus in the video at the end there. Hey, what's up? Who's that? Memory of the Fisherman. How you doing? You had a dream about Elvis? Yeah, what was Elvis up to? Hey, I saw that video you had about, hey, what's up, Robert? I saw that video. That dude's, he's got all that evidence. What's going on with California fires, man? Those people are going to get burnt. No pun intended. They got all kind of evidence or something, sounds like. How you guys all doing there? I was just couldn't sleep, man. I was just sitting back here chilling, thinking. I was like, I'm gonna do a fucking live stream, and here I am. Anyway, the reason I think I couldn't sleep, a couple different reasons, and I was wondering why. Last couple days I'm distracted at work was partly because this is the time of year I lost my mother. Yeah, it's rethinking that shit. I didn't realize it. It's right around now she passed away. It was years ago, but evidently still lingering. You know what I mean? Elvis was being falsely accused of something, and it was messed up. I know it was a lie. Maybe it was a symbolic dream. Maybe Elvis represented somebody else. You know what I mean? Who knows? Or could have just been a dream. Maybe you ate the wrong combination of foods at night and had a weird dream. But you never know. It could mean something. Anyway, yeah, I was watching that Trump's been really going berserk, like talking about how we're kicking their ass over there and we sunk 22 ships or 24, whatever it is. And it seems almost like overkill. He's going to piss off half the world, and they're going to be looking at us like, what the hell? What's that? What's up? I hooked him up the other day, I think it was. What's that? Just a dream. Maybe. You never know. Anyway, it just disturbs me that we've become like this nation of bullies or something. Like we're just going to go around and I mean, don't get me wrong. Iran's done some shit in their day, hell of a lot of shit, and gotten away with it. So is Israel. You know, when you really look at the big picture, it seems to me that we are fighting Israel's wars too damn much, way too much. Something's wrong here. And another thing that started bothering me is the fact that all these senators and shit, a lot of them have dual citizenship here and in Israel. Why? What's up with that? You know? Iran. What's that? Yeah. Wait a minute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Here's the deal. If this thing keeps escalating, you're talking about hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people dying, and might go into Armageddon. And do we really want this? And I'll tell you one thing. I just noticed today, I went into the gas station, said, holy shit, it went up about 40, 50 cents in a day. Went up twice in a day and a half. So be prepared. You might want to start stocking up on some gasoline because all of a sudden everything's going to go haywire and you won't be able to get, hey, what's up, Tammy? How you doing? I really think it might be a good idea to at least have a fucking full gas can somewhere because it might go back to like 1970s when we had the gas crisis. There's different things going on, but you never know. It might be a real bitch to get gas all of a sudden. What's that? I want the Save America Act passed in the Senate. All right. You know, I got some news for you. Too fucking late. America's gone. It's not America anymore in my book. It really isn't. That's just me. Yeah. I'm just trying to do what I got to do to go to heaven because I don't think we're going to be here much longer. Yeah. And is America really saving you? Is America doing anything for you? Because they're not doing a whole hell of a lot right now for me. Not at all. You know, not really. You know, I hate to say it like that. I've considered myself a patriot all this time, but I think we're done. I never heard of it. The word, what word is a word that could or not happen. It's that loading up on my old military equipment. I don't trust anyone out here. Deliveries won't happen if they gas. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This could get really ugly. I don't think people are getting it. I don't think they realize how fucking close we are to a serious crisis where might not even be able to have food in the fucking grocery stores and shit. Everything's liable to shut right down. I'm buying gold and silver to use as currency. You know, here's the deal. I guess if you can do that, you have money to do that, go for it. I don't think we're going to get the chance, really. I think it's going to fucking go like that, like a powder keg. Everything, it's going to happen quick. I have a bad feeling that we ain't going to get a whole lot of time to fuck around and find out. We better get right with God. You know? What's that say? No worries. We will take Iraq and the oil, Venezuela oil too. Currency won't matter no longer. Well, you know what? That's not ours to fucking take. That's the problem. You guys are cool with that? Let's go rob somebody. You know, that's what it feels like to me. I used to be proud of my country. I used to consider myself a patriot. But now we're just going around kicking asses. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It really doesn't. I don't get it. I don't feel right about it. We were supposed to be the good guys, the white hats and all this shit. And it seems to me we're getting We're getting pulled over to the dark side. Maybe I'm wrong. Is anybody else feeling anything like that? Texas has oil, Alaska's. Yeah, okay. How are you going to pump it out of the ground, especially when bombs are being dropped in Alaska if we go to war with Russia, too? You know, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Oh, you're being smart. All right, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I agree. It was. All right. Let's see. Let's see what you say in a year. Who, me? What I say in a year? I won't be here, probably. Neither will you. If it keeps going the way it is. Probably. Hopefully. But, you know, shit's about to change big time. Who's that? Yeah. Yeah, I feel I am. I'm not trying to be a doom and gloom guy. But I think people don't get it yet. I think we're really in a fucking dangerous spot. The world's in a dangerous spot. It's not just us. This whole fucking thing's about to go up like a powder keg. Who is that? Thank you, Sam Wakefield. Yeah, something doesn't feel right with it. Like I said, I voted for Trump, and I consider myself a patriot. My father fought for this country, won the Silver Star, and I always looked up to my older brother and him. My older brother was a Vietnam-era Marine, but I feel like they're fucking dirtying up the fucking image. At least in my mind, there's too much shit going on. You know, they can't hand over the Epstein files and all this shit. They're lying to us. Anybody else getting a little bit pissed off about all this? That's what's bothering me. All this shit. You know? Newsom, what's that say? Will bring in the dark on us. His VP. I think Newsom might not be around pretty soon himself because what you just showed with that video, his ass is grass. He's tied into all them fires that guy was saying. They got proof on him. You don't think that's going to burn his chances up? December 31st, 1999. Yeah, well, I'm just saying I would be prepared. And I'm not talking about getting more bullets and biscuits and Band-Aids and work on your soul, dude. You only get one of them. You know what I'm saying? Get right with God time. Yeah, man. Money became our center of gravity, power and money. And I used to look at us like we had like I don't know what you call it. Just, we were the good guys, you know? Or that's what we were told and whatever. It's really, what's this? Middle East, this year, the sleeper cells. It's right. Biden let them in, unfortunately. See, again, both sides working for the same thing anyway. Right wing, left wing, same dirty bird. They're bought and paid for. You know, why even voting? You know, let's get real about it. Throw all these fuckers out of Washington because ain't one of them on either side of the aisles worth their shit. All right, if they were, they'd be pissed off and stomping their feet and speaking up with a megaphone out in the fucking streets. Newsom is fucked. You know, it's bad when people here in California are starting to turn on him. That's right. Yeah, I'm not confused why they didn't turn over the files. It's because they're all involved. They're all criminals. And the ones that aren't are afraid to because they got no fucking backbone. They don't do anything right. They took the pay, took the fucking money, and they shut their mouth. Or they're getting blackmailed because they did something wrong. So in other words, everything's rotten from the inside out. It's like like the country's got terminal cancer or something. We have no moral, you know, I can't even fucking, it's pissing me off thinking about this. Because everybody says, now everything's great. Let's go bomb another country and go do the. No, it's fucked up. We're murdering people for nothing at this point. I mean, it's not like we're defending ourselves. Because you know what? I didn't see Iran flying shit over into our airspace. Just saying. Now, don't get me wrong. Iran's fucked up, and so is Israel. But here we're dragged into something that's going to get so fucking nasty, it's not funny. 15-minute cities. Yeah, exactly. Malibu. People can't rebel. Yeah, well, that's the plan. They're not only that, but now they're going to have driverless. Wait a minute, driverless cars, and you fucking robots driving and AI and all that shit. That's to take your fucking freedom of movement one by one, just an inch at a time. We've been losing the Fourth Amendment, Insurance bills are going so high up that people aren't going to be able to afford it, so they can't drive legally. They'll be getting pulled over. Now, if you have a phone in your car and you happen to pick it up for 1 minute and a cop rolls by, they got new laws now. Bam, they can give you a fucking major fine, pull you over. Okay, I get it to a point. You see people doing this on their phone, texting, they can't wait. And you know what? It can wait. You don't have to fucking be texting every minute. But the cops even use the fucking phones when they're driving. So how are they going to go give out? I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I see a lot of shit. It all ties in. In my book, I can see that everything they're doing is to fuck us up down the road, one way or another. Putting us in 15-minute cities. They'll raise our fees until we are on foot. That's exactly right, Red Dawn. Yeah, so you can't travel any more than 15 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Prison planet. Alex Jones was calling that years ago, calling this prison planet. He's right. And you know what? The crazy thing is, Alex Jones has been right about a lot of stuff. Yep. We're in trouble. You're going to stay with what's that say? The beast. Wait a minute. I know no way would I go somewhere strange as the world is losing their shit. You're going to stay with the beast. Not me. I'm following Jesus. Was that? What's up? How you doing? A little bit of pure gold. I'm getting a horse. Hardly drive anyway. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you were staying with the beast system. Yep. Wait a minute. This is fucking crazy, really, when you think about it. I hate that in Northeast Philly, they have speed bumps everywhere. Yeah. I was talking about that a week or two ago, how it's ridiculous. Well, that people are also driving like assholes, so it kind of brought it on. But at the same moment, some of them things were like mountains. You just about tear the bottom of your car out, even when you're going slow. Like the ones around here, it's retarded. Wait a minute, what's this say? Wait a minute, missing a lot of the chat here. I'm hanging in onto my 98 Honda Civic because it's worth. That's another thing. I'm glad you said that, because now that they're talking about kill switches in 2026 cars are coming with kill switches. That's so they can press a button and shut your car down. Well, what if they do that? You're on 95, Route 95, I-95, and you're moving along at a good clip. Some asshole decides they want to pull you over or whatever, So they're just going to hit a button and you stop dead on. And 18 wheelers behind you. How do you avoid that fucking mess? You know, this has been the same as what's that? Great as we used to have it back in the 90s and early 2000s. Wait a minute. Going by too quick. By beast, I'm staying right here in America. Oh, I didn't know. My bad. I didn't understand what you're saying there. Little bit of pure gold. Well, I'm not saying run away either. I'm just saying run to God. And that's what, you're probably more or less already doing anyway. It's time to really fucking crack down on ourselves and make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing, because you only get one chance to do this thing right. The clock's running out. The sands in the fucking hourglass are almost gone. Jesus is coming back and judgment's following. We got to make sure we're where we need to be. What's this? Kill switch my car and I will just stop making one. Exactly. I know. But the next thing is, not only that, there's just a lot of different things they're starting to fucking roll out all at once. AI, cars. I don't want to be on the street when AI trucks and shit are rolling around out there, because someone could hack into them, number one. And number two, how is it that, AI is driving your car? Now, do you have to pay insurance? Let fucking AI pay it. You know what I'm saying? What if it malfunctions? Bullshit, Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's this? AI is messing us up. Families growing apart, no unity. Yeah, it's true. People, it says it in the Bible. Their love will wax cold and then times. Basically, even families are it's like a civil war. One side's going one way, one people going one way, the other. It's a mess. Yeah. Speaking of, I see you said something about Michigan. Michigan got hit tonight with a couple of tornadoes, and meant to check out Spirit in the Sky Blues channel. She had a storm thing on there. I wonder if she's all right. Yep. How you doing? If we need more oil, what shall we do? Well, even if we get the oil, it's still got to be put through refining and everything. Basically, I'm wondering what happens to the gas stations. Are they going to not have gas pretty soon? Back in the 70s, that happened. You had to wait in long-ass lines, and people will be shooting each other for the last of the gas and the last of the food. Shit like that. What's that? That's right. That is why my kids don't have tablets. I have them out there digging in the... Exactly. Yeah, a tablet ain't going to save you, or none of that fucking computer shit. Our phones, they're going to be worthless when the power gets knocked off lot, Parents stop talking to me, and I believe they're being deceived by liars. Yeah. The USA has plenty of oil here. Yeah, but again, do we have the equipment and everything in place to refine it all? I'm assuming we do, but probably not as good as if we had it bringing it over from the Middle East, And then they'll just blow that up. You got insurgents in this country. As soon as you get back online, you're producing a lot of oil, that's going to be a target. The fucking oil rigs will be targets for sleeper cells. AI is the downfall of the world, I think. Not just America, but I agree with you there. We don't have refineries here. What's this say? I'm completely willing to let go of a lot of stuff. No gas, oh well, might suck when it comes to tools like chainsaws, etc. But good riddance. We have 5 major refineries in America. Yeah, but is that enough? We had that, and we're still bringing in a lot of oil from Iran. So many documentaries or what's AI prefer a real narrator. Yeah, exactly. This old crime shows like Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, yeah. I'm tired of listening to AI on YouTube videos because it's so fucking fraudulent and fake sounding, and it's fucking half the time. Like if it says like a certain time or numbers, it sounds ridiculous. Like it was 7/5/20. It doesn't just say it was 7/25 or something. 7/25. Shit like that. It's just stupid. Yeah, but I mean, is that what you want to be, stealing from everybody? That's what's happened. We've turned already into a country that has no problem rolling in and taking what it wants. That's not what. That's not right. It's fucking evil to do that shit. To just go in and grab shit that's not ours. You know better than like being one of these dudes that fucking goes in and loots stores and shit. Personally, I think that's fucked up. Maybe, but I think we're in for an ass kicking in the long run. The whole world is. It's going to be. It's going to be worse than COVID for the economy. I think everything's going to crash, which means you guys won't be working pretty soon. Where the fuck are you going to work if there's no money and no gasoline to go to the restaurant or to go somewhere in a car? Let's say you work at the store. It's going to affect a shit ton of people. And it's hard to wrap your whole head around how fucked up this is. We're just thinking, it'll be okay. We'll just go another day. Be a little rough, but no, it won't. It'll be fucking devastating. And in due time, it's going to fuck us up. And when I say us, I'm talking about the world. We're going to get hit too, though, this time. Trump wants to steal what they call sour crude from Venezuela. It's not even good enough to use for asphalt. The point is to drive women. The point is to drive us to CBD. Yeah, exactly. You're trying to destroy our Constitution and our money and everything else. So we got to fall to our knees and beg big daddy government to just come and save us. Well, that's not going to happen the way they think. What are you going to grow your own food? Believe me, Monsanto's probably already got it planned for that. They'll fucking send chemtrail planes over and fuck our food supply up. I mean, that's how fucked up they have think tanks to sit there and come up with ways to fucking get rid of us, all right, for decades. So they're way ahead of us. We're going to be playing catch up to just try to survive in this world, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. That's another thing. People aren't thinking it through. Like you just said, a little bit of pure gold. Anything you have, you're going to have to defend. People are going to, your neighbors are going to all of a sudden start going hungry and shit, they're going to arm up and come over and try to take what you got when they run out. If they have children or something and they're going hungry, shit's going to get ugly. We should be able to take whatever resources we need from other countries. America comes first. And you don't give a shit that it's stealing. And you're going to go in there and we'll take all this from somebody else while their children are starving. You have no problem with that? Because there is consequences to actions like that. And it could happen here too. I'm just saying. It should have never got to this fucking point, really. Yeah, we can be all right at the cost of our soul. If you want to go fucking, become a scumbag and steal from everybody and do all that shit, yeah, we'll be all right for a little while. Eventually, we'll be at each other's throats. Yeah, they do owe us money. But, I mean, everything's melting down. What are you going to get from them? Pack of smokes? You know what I mean? Nobody's going to have much of anything soon, I think. Actually, Red Dawn, they said that fracking causes retardation, just to let you know. Nah. We could, while we're ducking missiles from China and Russia, we'll be sure to fucking take your suggestion and start fracking. Yeah? Maybe I'm being doom and gloom. I'm just trying to say, I don't think we even wrapped our head completely around. It's not going to be, easy. Exactly. Newsom's a scumbag, That's leaders of our country are stealing from both sides of the aisle, doing all kinds of shit that isn't fucking cool. Giving it to other countries. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Seems, hey, what's up, Keeler? My neighbors have, have chickens, layers, so we share eggs for vegetables. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that'll help. But again, I don't know if people are really putting it together yet in their head, like what's coming. Because it's almost impossible. We've had it so fucking good here for so long. Even when you're looking at the poorer part of America, it's a lot better than some fucking countries, third world countries, but starving. Go over to Africa. Those people are dying in the fucking, right in the deserts, looking for a crumb of food. And it seems like we don't feel anything for those people or anybody. So how do you think God feels about that? We don't seem to look past ourselves. And that's what's wrong with the world. What's that? America first? Well, what? No, not like that. I say we don't have to come to that. We learn how to fucking work together, not fucking steal. I don't get what. Wait a minute. People will learn to work together again or be left behind. Now, unfortunately, I don't totally believe that, because what you have now is us and them mentality. Everybody's got a fucking bone to pick with their neighbor or with the guy down the street because he's a different color, or, whatever the fuck the thing is. People are fucking going to be their own undoing with all their fucking, deciding that they're hating on this group or can't stand that person over there for this reason. You know what? 9/11 was the last time I remember seeing the country trying to pull together. I don't know if we can do that if something happens now. Exactly. We're divided, unfortunately. It's going to be a fucking civil war. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. A little bit of pure gold. But Donald Trump now has no problem just going and doing that. And that's not a good fucking way to be. And like I said, I voted for him. So I'm kind of disgusted now at what's going on. You don't go and steal somebody else's shit unless you're a fucking thief. Parable. What's this? I was looking in your cup to see if you needed. Wait a minute. You were looking in my cup to see if you had more. We aren't the same. Yeah. Yeah. I agree, but throughout history, countries have been made by stealing. I don't agree, but that's what happens. So we'll go back to primitive times, you know. Australian? No, I'm not Australian, if that's what you're asking. If we need oil, iron, etc., we should always take what we need from other countries to survive. No need to be friends with everyone. How about having some class and say, look, we give you this, the barter system. Why do we got to steal? That's all I'm saying. It's the fucking whole idea of stealing. I think it's right now we're getting a look at who's going to be on what side of the line. Are you with the sheep or the goats? See what I'm saying? Doesn't say anywhere in the Bible where you just go out and steal and everything's going to be all right. I mean, if it come down to where you're starving to death and you go and take a loaf of bread, I get that. I understand. But we're grabbing up shit like it's, I don't know. I can barely even talk about this because it makes me sick to my stomach. We were the good guys when I was growing up. Now it's a big old gray area. You don't even know who the fuck the good guys are because I don't think there is any in the whole fucking world anymore. Half of the fucking left has been down to fucking Epstein Island. Half of the right's been down there. And the other halves are protecting them. You know, we can have Africa's diamonds. They're so sparkly. You'll break your teeth on them when you try to eat them now. It's about integrity. Exactly, and morals. That's what makes a fucking society function when you have morals and you're not like fucking animals. We're going to be reduced to fucking animalism and cannibalism as well. Be fucking eating human beings because there won't be anything left. Eventually. Oh, I know you are. People break into our country and steal one. Yeah, that's right. And that's wrong too. I mean, it should have never been. But two wrongs don't make a right. Well, we need to make sure that doesn't happen again too. And protect our vets and help the poor and all that. But at the same time, you know, it's like we don't need to slip over to the dark side. It's like we're all turning into Darth Vader or something here. %10 of your crops on the corners for the poor. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. We should be living this principle with many things in lives. Exactly. If we could, we might not have to fucking kill each other. See what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. We can't learn to live like that and live together. We're going to end up nuking each other. You know, the countries are just going to fucking fight to the bitter end instead of trying to learn how to fucking survive and live together.
If China becomes first world country, should USA divide like USSR? Um, I don't know. I don't think. Wait a minute. What's this say? If China becomes the first world country, should USA divided like USSR? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Playing the divide and conquer game like what's happened to America? Is that, wait a minute. The food companies are fast food places so greedy with prices. Not only that, they're fucking poisoning us. Did you see all the fucking shit about they finally started labeling food now as some of them things are coming out with a label on them saying not recommended for human consumption. This is our fucking food. I mean, that's ridiculous. But you go over to England and they don't allow that kind of shit in their food. What the hell is going on? You know what? Guess what? It's all our fucking faults. All our fucking faults. Because when they started doing this shit, we should have burned the fucking factories to the fucking ground. Stop poisoning us, motherfuckers. And same with them fucking airplanes that fly over and dump garbage on us and give us cancer. Should start fucking dismantling them motherfuckers. We're to blame. We got to stand up and take the blame and try to fix it now. That's the way I look at it. We allowed all this shit and the fucking theft of our elections and everything else. Everybody sat back and waited for somebody else to take care of the problem. You know, when Trump gets in, everything will be great. Fuck that. He's one guy. We should have all been standing up and doing something, figuring out how we could have chipped in and done something. The other countries need to fear the United States or we become a mockery. You act like we are a pathetic country. You know what? Might doesn't make right. Okay? I'm just being real. I think that people think it's okay to just fucking be the bully on the block and steal shit. To me, I don't agree with that. I guess you're allowed to have your opinion, but I don't agree with you on a lot of that, what you're saying. California wanted to become two different states, but it won't work. Half is Republican, the other half is Democrat. Yep. Hey, how you doing, Camp Crystal Lake? How you doing? Day. Trying to figure out what you. Yeah, it's been all right. We're just talking about like end of the world type of shit right now. That's why I'm getting a little bit tense here because I feel like people aren't. I don't think people are getting it. It's going to get really bad, really ugly. No, I just want people to make sure they're awake. So where you're from Australia, correct? What's this? Dude, stop blaming the United States. We are doing everything right at the moment. No need to be a drama queen. Nah, dude, I'm just saying I want no part of it. None. Because what's happening is you guys, if Trump comes along and excuse me, and brings out the mark of the beast, because I feel that's what's coming down the road. You guys are just going to take it. Yeah, no, it's Trump. It's okay. It's not going to send you to hell. I believe in a higher power. You know? See how many people realize you can't eat Bitcoin. That's a good point. You're right. I'm not blaming the United States. I'm blaming the fucking world as well. It's greed went everywhere and everything's corrupt. You know? This is why we're going to get punished. And I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about the world. Tribulation's coming. Yeah. I give my anger over to God's hands. That's right. Trump and his cabinet pray before a lot of their meetings. What do you think about that? They say that even the devil can fucking quote scripture. Doesn't mean one thing or another. Can you pray in silence and still basically, are they making a big show of that? Or do they do that in their private life as well? You know, it looks good. So let's have a photo op here. Bring everybody in. We'll bring in a couple ministers, Paula White, who's a clown of a minister, and whoever, and make it look good. I voted for Trump too. I don't watch CNN, and I can see it that things are really warped and really messed up. Right, and I'll tell you how I know they're not praying to your God or to our God. When Trump's over there talking about, we sank 27 boats, 25 ships, and this and that, and the dude from Israel, what's his name? Netanyahu's got a shit-eating grin on his face. I'm thinking, dude, you're talking like these are just numbers. These are numbers, but there's also people dying, right? People being killed, and you talk about like it's nothing. What's that? They're praying to Baal. Yep, they worship money and Baal. The Iranian Christians singing in the streets. Look it up. Well, that's a good thing if that happens, in my opinion. But I'm not trusting what I'm seeing. And what's this? Why are you talking all the smack on Trump if you voted for him, acting like Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris is an idiot. I'm just being real. You guys are in for a scary fucking finish to all this. You're going to sit there and Trump quite possibly end up fucking turn on us. Like, why is there concentration camps, huge concentration camps in America they're not telling you about? Why are they taking and doing rolling blackouts and stealing the electricity that elderly need for their homes in the wintertime for the data centers all over the country? What's all that about? Why are they keeping records on us? Because they're going to fucking do to us what Hitler did to the fucking Jews. Holocaust coming down the road. That's why. That's what I think's coming. Yeah, he's pissing on us. You're right. Yep. Yeah, he's not. There's not even a little bit of presidentialness or diplomacy in his talk. He's talking about like, we're going to kick their ass, and like it's a schoolyard fight. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, Tammy. Papers, please. We're going to lose our Fourth Amendment right because all of a sudden they'll claim that it's too much going on over here, civil war and everything. They'll have checkpoints. Your right to travel will be limited big time. Mark my words. I'm telling you right now. And what'll happen is you will end up in a 15-minute city. All of us will, if we don't fucking stand up and speak our mind now. Right, exactly. You're acting like Trump is God. You guys are worshiping Trump. Okay? False idol. That's all I'm saying. You're going to be the ones that are going to be fooled. Trained you. Yeah. Right. They can't force God's hands. That's a Jewish Messiah belief. Right. Exactly. Exactly. God moves in his own time. You can't tell God what's on the agenda. Okay. He created us, he created everything, and they're trying to rush it along and do what they want. That's going to piss God off big time. It is when, no, I want what's fair, dude. I don't want to be a country that just doesn't give a shit, steals what it thinks it needs and everything, because it's wrong. It's morally wrong. Now, if you're talking about a matter of you can't feed your children, I get that if you're going to go swipe bread out of a store or whatever. But we don't, right now, we don't need to be in that mode. And he's trying to not only, start fights and steal land, but he's offered to pay for Greenland. And the other one, this is imperialism. I don't get it. We're going back to like back in the day. My treasure is in heaven. I feel the same way. I'm a veteran. I have bled for this country. I love America. I am beyond sickened and saddened what has become of us. Yeah, we're not the same, dude. We are not the same. We are like, we've tarnished our fucking, if I don't know what you call it, our image, I guess. Yeah, thanks for your service. I'm not saying that Trump didn't do good things. He did. All right. I'm just saying right now, he's going ballistic. He's going crazy. He needs to calm down. Why do we have to fight? Now we're going up after Cuba. Why? Why are we going after Cuba? Cuba is completely irrelevant. It's an island that's basically starving and no longer has Venezuela to feed it oil. So it's got nothing. But he wants to go and mess with Cuba now. Why? Stretch ourselves so thin that, eventually when China decides to wake up, when the red dragon wakes up and comes for us, we're going to be fucked because they have all kinds of weaponry that they didn't even use yet. We're already invested in this war. Same with Russia, too. They're going to get us at our weakest point. They're waiting until civil war pops off, where we're shooting each other in the streets over here and we got internal struggles, then they're coming for us. What's this? We don't support ignorance. That's right. Russia tried to bring Cuba gas, but we stopped the oil rigs. Over my dead body will any of my sons serve in military. My sons will not sweat, bleed, or possibly die for Israel's Satan's agenda. Yeah, you know what? I was sitting in the middle ground, didn't really even think about this till I started watching Netanyahu recently, and I'm like, this motherfucker's, there's something wrong here. He had a big shit-eating grin the whole time Trump was up there talking about. He's got, if America's so great, why are we Israel's puppet? This guy's pulling the strings on us big time. Please answer that. We have to support Trump since he's our president. Did you say the same about Joe Biden? Should Germany continue to support Hitler after the war? Not that it mattered. He was gone and dead. But yeah. If the guy, what if Trump's going completely nuts? And I'm just saying, for a minute, stop worshiping the guy just long enough to answer this question. If you let someone get in position of power and nobody's questioning anything they're doing and they're getting more and more radicalized, just saying. And don't get me wrong, when I'm saying about radicalized, the left was radicalized and coming after him before he even got in there. That might have fucked with his head. I don't know. And it pissed me off because a lot of the shit that's been done on both sides of the aisle is bullshit. It caused the country to be divided right down the middle. What's that say? Bibby's creaming his. I know. You're right. It's just getting out of control. Exactly. Emperor has no clothes. Exactly. I've been to war. I did a tour. My husband did 3 tours in Iraq. We have no place to be anywhere near the Middle East. Another forever war. Yeah, I agree with you. Team China, Team Fentanyl. What do you mean by that, dude? Why did they wait for decades to even try to do anything about the fentanyl? Or for decades, why did our country sit here and allow these children to go missing? Why? Because they're evil. These motherfuckers shouldn't even be in power. None of them. I'm convinced of it. They're all evil. They're covering up for each other. Little kids are disappearing. And they're fucking. I can't even talk. This shit's fucking sickening. Nobody's fucking being held responsible for all that fucking shit down on that island. That's just unbelievable. What's up, Fred? Man, Fred, this is the latest I've ever seen you come on. You're usually the first guy in the chat. How you doing, Fred?
You're right. That's true. That's exactly right. You're exactly right. A little bit of pure gold. Uh, yeah, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to come on and do a live stream. Just been fucking sitting back here thinking, what in the fuck? What's going on in the world, you know? And I don't think people are wrapping their heads around what's about to happen. You're not going to be able to go into the grocery store in a few weeks and be able to get groceries. I've already seen some stuff disappearing off the shelf right now when it snowed. Well, that always does, but I'm telling you, we are real close to rider number 3. You know what rider number 3 is? Famine. The fucking third horse of the apocalypse is riding, as well as all the other 4. In other words, people are going to be starving to death. Right now, locusts are being seen in Africa again, massive amounts. People are going to start starving to death. And they're fucking playing around with all these genetically modified seeds and food that we're supposed to be eating that basically half of that shit might not grow. You know, it's all fucking lab genetically modified seeds. I'm telling you, we're in a world of hurt coming down the road. I think. Look how many countries have bombed in the past month. Exactly. And 3 women. Rest of the government of the world. Yeah, Satan is the Lord of this. Yeah, that's right. Till Jesus comes and ends things. That's right. Florida beaches are empty. Don't worry, Fred. The Florida beaches will be teeming with Chinese that are coming up in subs and sneaking onto the beaches as fucking, what do you call that? D-Day invasion. Red Dawn. China and Russia. What's this? There is live streams of live cams on the Middle East. People on YouTube channels. People waiting for action. Yeah, it's kind of sick. Yeah, people being murdered over there. But that's showing you the mentality of the human race anymore. Just watching people getting killed. It's a big thrill. And they think they're going to walk right through the pearly gates of heaven with that kind of mentality? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I think people are in for a shock. Shock and awe. Wait a minute. My chat keeps freezing up on the side. Heirloom seeds. This administration has released 2% of the Epstein files. And that 2%, what's that? Where are the charges of, predators? Yeah, exactly. All you hear from Bondi is an ignorant, angry mouth, but no justice for the kids. You're exactly right. And nobody, you know what? Where's all the fucking people are walking around their MAGA hats and this? Okay, well, then tell Trump to start fucking doing something about these scumbags. What are they, his friends or something? Why is he not going after these motherfuckers? They're fucking raping little kids and killing people, and nobody gives a shit. Just fucking pisses me off.
Exactly. Oh, AI's happening. They're taking all our jobs. First, they were going to hand them over to the people they brought in to steal the vote, people from South America. But then they screwed those people over too. And now they're going to hand all our jobs over to AI. And you know what? I'm not even mad about the people that came over here from other countries. If I was living in a third world country and somebody's offering me, George Soros is coming over and handing me $10,000 to go migrate to America or any other country, Italy's having it happen there too, I'd have done it, because they're living in abject poverty. That scumbag George Soros and all those other billionaires could have helped, instead of dragging them over to cause massive fucking chaos and wars, they could have helped them out where they were and fixed the problem. They could have used some of their money to feed those people. But instead, they want a big war for their entertainment. Nah, man, they're still fucking censoring Red Dawn. Yeah, I don't see too many more jobs coming in. Right. Wars generate money. It's the truth. Anytime they need to change the narrative in the news, they'll bomb somebody or start a war when the economy goes to shit, because that starts generating money. Yeah. H-1B visas is... Wait a minute. Yeah, places are closing everywhere. If everything is replaced by by AI, then how will the American people have money? Yep. Getting it yet? They won't have money. You'll have credits though for a while, and you'll have universal basic income. That's what they're going to offer you is all when you lose your job. Don't worry, because then if you spit on the sidewalk, they're going to take it away. I mean, it's going to be a social credit score, and you better bend over and kiss Uncle Sam's ass, just like the Chinese have to do over there for Mao Zedong or whoever, whatever the guy's name is, fucking Xi Jinping. Because once you get them type of assholes into power, and they're going to use it against you, and they're going to make sure they're eating well and they're doing fine, but they're going to screw everybody underneath. Yeah, it is their end game. Welcome to the club. That's right. Welcome to the party. What's that one from? Welcome to the party, pal. Bruce Willis. What was that? What's the name of that fucking movie? I can't even remember. Bruce Willis has had a whole slew of them. Yep. CBDC with a check every month. Shut your mouth. Do what you're told. Good goyim. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? You won't get that check if you don't take their chip or some of Elon's fucking machinery. Once Elon's making different wearable devices. I don't know if you guys heard that. Millions upon millions of it right now. And they want us to wear this shit so they can track you like a fucking barnyard animal, which is exactly what they're doing, okay? We are their fucking livestock. You getting it? First they vaccinated us, then they're putting us in 15-minute pens, cities, whatever you want to call it, and all the other shit. that they're doing, selling us off like cattle. Shit's fucked up. These people aren't even people. The elites are fucking evil. Die Hard. You're right. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of that. Trump is, what's that say? Trump is doing a good job. There's things he did that I was grateful for. I'm just being real. People fight to the death. Yeah. To not say the truth. That he's lost his mind just recently. The disgrace of a human, along with his puppies playing around his feet, waiting for crumbs. Exactly. Exactly.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah. Sitting here, I forgot I had a fucking Dr. Pepper. I used to drink these all the time. I almost never do anymore. Don't know why I'm drinking this at night. Being wide awake. Elon Musk sent all SSI to Russia. Yeah, probably. Another war. Great job on the price of groceries and the price of gas. You see the 10%, what's that, 39% hike of a barrel of crude today. Yep. Really. Yo, Doyle, how you doing, brother? Good seeing you. We're over here grumbling and cussing and throwing a fit and venting. And we got a guy in here that's getting pissed off at us all because we're just calling out Trump as well as everybody else. Like, I'm tired of hearing how, Trump's going to be our savior. No, he's not. Jesus Christ is our savior. That's what I feel, how I feel about it. What hockey game, dude? Who was playing tonight? Who's your team, O'Doyle? You an Edmonton fan or Maple Leafs? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. State of the world's pretty much a mess. Oh, Montreal fan. Okay. Ducks versus Canadians. Man, when I was a kid, I used to hate the Canadians. I was a Flyers fan. There would be some brutal ass fights, man. Those two teams didn't like each other back in the 70s. Montreal got no goal. Gotta win 6-5 every night. No goalie action. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, nah, you know what? To be honest with you, I hate the fucking Democrats more. However, I'm not giving Trump a free pass or the Democrat or the Republicans as well as the Democrats. They're all fucking against us. Don't you get it? They're not against each other. They're working for Rothschilds, for Israel, and every other big powerhouse. And you know what? Like Trump said, they're not after me. They're after you. Yeah, he was talking about us. They're still after us. Hit on tourism. Canadians are staying home. Yeah. Yep. We're being screwed by both sides, all sides. I'm done playing, this side versus that side. Fuck it. I think for me, I do what I'm going to do for me. Fuck worrying about right, left paradigm. It's all bullshit. It's there to give you the illusion like you have some power and you can make a change. Nah, I didn't see no change happening. There's people coming and going out of there, but behind the scenes, it's still like the Rothschilds or some other billionaire family making the calls for what decisions or what they're going to vote on and everything else. And they just go in there and tell everybody to behave themselves, all the fucking senators, and just do, tote the company line or whatever and do what they're told. What, you mean that this one? Are you talking about? Wait a minute, let me see if I can do this in here. Wait a minute. This one, Trump's dance. Is that what you were talking about, O'Doyle? You're right. Yep, you're right. Charlie Kirk said he wouldn't be told what to do by, and he perished. Yep. I don't know how normal people are making it anymore. You know what? They aren't. They're basically, people are starting to fall down the hole, man. People are I'm seeing more and more people losing their homes and getting their cars repossessed and all kinds of crazy shit happening in the world. It's not going to get much better. In fact, it's going to get worse, I'm thinking, real soon. What are you laughing about? The Trump dance? I'm going to do a video tomorrow of the Trump dance. Going into debt just to eat anymore. Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. I pity anybody who's got kids, man. It's got to be brutal right now. Hey, what's up, Under Duress? How you doing? That's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I went in. I was listening to you talk a couple days ago, too. By the way, do you know my other channel, too? I was in there, both channels. The other one was the other day. It's called Preacher Pale Rider. And I was on there with this channel, too. Legends and Tales of Josey Wales. They took my original Legends and Tales. No, sorry. It was originally Josey Wales, and they took it down 9 months into having that channel. I was talking too much truth or something. They didn't like it, and YouTube, yanked it out. Supposedly I can get it back, but I moved on. Yeah. Let's see here. How you doing? I heard Michigan hit bad with a storm. Mark Travis, how you doing? Yeah, another person used to come on here once in a while. She's up in Michigan. She had a live stream going of the thunderstorm near her. Evidently, it was tornadoes in the southern part of the state. Preacher Pale Rider doesn't sound familiar. It's from it's another Clint Eastwood thing. Pale Rider movie. I was in there a couple days ago. I think I was using that channel. Maybe about 3 days ago. I'm trying to think what you were talking about. I was only in there a little bit. What's that? The Outlaw Josey Wales. Great. Yeah. My favorite movie. One of my favorites. I'm in Delaware. It hit pretty hard. Me and the wife are safe indoors. That's cool. Yeah, I heard it was pretty bad. That's another thing. See how all these storms get spun off when everything's chaotic and shit? I really believe they're using weather weapons all the time, too. Maybe some of it's judgment from God. You're in Indiana? That's where Fred's from, that area. The chemicals are staying in our food, I heard. Yeah, why? Why do we got to eat chemicals that we don't want in our food? That pisses me off. What's that? I told a friend. What's that? Don't war talk on the news. What's that? 100% weather modified. Exactly. Yeah, I'd say about, you know what, dude? I think probably at least 70% of the storms that are out of hand might be. And then there's probably some of that's God's judgment coming down too, I think. But a lot of it's like Operation Popeye was used back. People don't realize we've been manipulating the weather since Vietnam and even before that. You know, way back. Silver nitrate in the clouds, farmers were even using way back, for their crops to make it rain. We're being attacked on every front, including spirituality. You're right. Spiritual warfare is off the charts right now. Yeah, and sometimes it just makes you feel like, the whole world's against you and shit. And all it is the frickin' devil working twice as hard on you, trying to break you. You just got to stay tough. And the other night, I was fucking dragging ass. Shit just been on my nerves. And I know we're under spiritual attack. It's just... Yeah, Roundup. Yeah, glyphosate. Yeah, they're spraying all that shit in our foods, dude. We need to change pineal gland. We would eat the bugs. Yeah, it's what what's his name wants us to do, right? Eat the bugs, right? Yeah. Let Bill Gates have my share of bugs. I'm not eating bugs this week. Okay, just go get some cornflakes or something. Genetically modified cornflakes. Everything that's in the fucking grocery store now has probably got everything from MNRA in it and then genetically modified horse shit, and chemicals out the wazoo. Yeah. Water, air, food. I'm seeing a pattern. Yeah. Exactly. Now, farmers aren't allowed to use other ways to stop bugs. I bet GMO seeds are
required. Yep. It's a big club and we're not in it. And oh, by the way, where'd he go? Under duress. I don't know if you saw, I answered that one comment about George Carlin. You're right. Near the end there, he got real bitter. It was like two sides of it, because you're right on that one thing where he's talking about America and it's a big club and all that. It sounds different when you go back and you, like you were saying today, about how you take one word out of a sentence and it changes it. Like in the Bible, happens all the time, and we're blind to it. You actually are seeing it a lot better than most people, I think, by listening to you. That's how they change. It's like the Overton window, by inch. They'll have you move the fucking goalposts or whatever. I can't explain what I'm trying to say, but I think you're getting it. Wait a minute. Basically, it's all in the language. Stinging that was loaded with silica, with detoxes the brain from heavy metals. There you go, brother. Yeah, yep. Fasting and praying. You're right. Jesus did say that. Oh, yeah. I saw that. You're right there. A little bit of pure gold. A lot of the Bibles don't have that verse in there. Whatever's going on with that. Hey, how you doing, Dial Up? Haven't seen you for a while. Yes. Arsenic in our rice. That's what, and you know why he's talking about rice? China just puts plastic in theirs. You know, half the food in China is fucking fake, and it's the same over here. So it's just it's a lower quality fake over there, I guess. I don't know. I would hope we're a little bit better, but maybe not. They're the masters of counterfeit and shit. So, yeah, yep. They're closing 60 Kroger's food stores across the country. Exactly what I'm saying, dude. The third rider is riding. You know, the black horse, famine's coming. Little by little, everything's getting shut down. They're telling you can't eat this. There's a recall on that. And this, they're going to start, we're slowly getting like a fucking anaconda wrapping around us, squeezing us out, you know, crushing us. Kind of like the Civil War, they had the Anaconda Plan, how they fucking broke the backs of the Confederates with blockades. Well, it's kind of the same thing now. We're not going to be able to get our supplies, our food. And testing our growing rice and wheat. Grocery outlets are closing, and what's that say? Not affordable anymore. I know. Yeah, you always want to wash the rice, aka just stir rice in water, dump water out. Don't forget Elon's Starlink. Yep. Well, I was saying earlier, and I got a problem with this. Why is Elon Musk talking about he's going to make basically wearable devices for all of us? I don't want one. Keep mine. I don't need one, Elon. It's another way to track you, another way to kill you. Well, they're 2026. They're putting kill switches in the new cars. Okay, you don't think they're going to put kill switches on these things that you're wearing? You know, the earphones or whatever the fuck else. They're going to design that like them fucking beepers that went off over in Israel. Or was it Israel? No, over in Iran or wherever the Israelis used and killed those guys. Yep. Toes of iron and clay. You're right, dude. You're right. Exactly. That's transhumanism. Exactly. And the clay represents the flesh. When God scooped up clay and breathed life in it for Adam. And the whole deal is that's what they're doing this because they can't do anything to God, but they're trying to offend him. They can't. God could wink an eye and it'd be done. They're just frustrated and they're doing everything they can. And it's the same thing with the abomination in the temple. It's all about offending God as many ways as they can, and they're going to really get their ass handed to them. Exploding pagers, you're right. That's what I was trying to talk about. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's right. What would Jesus think about arsenic rice? Baby's first cereal is rice. Yep. The body of the man is the temple of God. You're right. I said that too. I agree with that 110%. People don't realize that. Exploding drones, cell phones, electric meters. Exactly. Tammy was telling me there was a bunch of houses caught fire. A few of them anyway. I think up in Columbus, near where she's at, I think. And I'm thinking, how do you know they're not going to start a lot more houses blowing up? Kind of like the Maui thing. They could send a power surge up there and cause fires in your house with electric meters and all that shit. Right? And everyone's excited for Iraq and the sequel. America get bread lines, tiny hats get land. Yeah, exactly. They're already tracking every move. Yeah, you're right. That's just ridiculous too. I mean, I was telling somebody today, my phone's been ringing off the fucking hook with spam calls, right? Well, here's the deal. Why? It's because they're selling my fucking information, my phone number to anybody who wants it, everywhere and anywhere. And it's not just me. I know a lot of people going through that. So, and then you got geofencing. Someone was explaining to me. I didn't realize what that really was. Like you go past something, it's pinging your phone or whatever, and it's, I guess they, excuse me, they can advertise to you and everything else. I don't want to be tracked every fucking where I go. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you're right, Tammy. Stalking is illegal. Yet our own government's doing it to us. The tiny hats, I get. I know who the tiny hats are. Yep. A lady a while ago said she was listening to a thunderstorm video on YouTube and didn't know a man was watching her through her camera. She heard the man cough and knew it. Yeah, that's screwed up. The great victim of the Great War are the great evil. They have the ability to open your phone and monitor everything you're saying. I know. That's crazy. And we just got used to walking around with spy device on us. You've agreed to it all. Yeah, read your user agreement. You clicked agreed to. I wonder if everybody just decided we're not doing that anymore. Literally, threw their phones back and didn't give them another penny. Wonder if they'd start changing their tune when the money all dried up. Problem is getting other people to boycott too. Yep. Under duress, exactly. Yep. We're under 24-hour surveillance, 7 days a week. Right.
You know something? I was thinking today. I got in my car, I was driving, and I was thinking it won't be long. They're gonna have an app on your phone that you'll plug it into the wire into the fucking car, and it'll drive your car for you. Ain't that great? Except for when someone hacks your phone, fucking runs it into a telephone pole. But I mean, it might get to that where you just buy an app or have an app and it'll drive for you. But they won't give you any kind of reduction on your insurance, even though you're not the guy driving the car anymore. A fucking machine is. Landlines, yeah. Yet they can't find missing people. Yeah, I was saying that too. I couldn't believe that. They have all this equipment, flock cameras on every corner. They got satellites that can tell you if a penny's heads up or heads down on the sidewalk, hundreds of miles up in space watching. And they don't know what happened to the kids that disappeared at Maui. They can't go back and try to find out all those kids that disappeared and all the other kids that disappeared from everywhere. They never seemed to catch them, the perpetrators. Cash Patel couldn't find his way out of a wet paper bag. Yep. Let alone find missing purses. Yep. Peyote download. Yep. Their insurance company app, and they're being tracked. The Jetsons, we are headed. Yep. Yeah, tracking people. So Michael Hastings people, remember him? Who was him? Who was he? That sounds familiar. Michael Hastings. CIA, okay. Investigation. At the time of his death, Hastings was reportedly working on a story about John Brennan. Yeah, they fucking shut him up like they always do. How about the Clintons finally made to fucking go up there and tell what they know or what they don't know and all this other shit? You know what? Still not behind bars, and I don't know that they will get behind bars. The only bars they'll get behind is one serving alcoholic drinks, because they ain't going to jail, I don't think. Yep. Yeah, I agree with that, dial up. Bread and circus, you're right. I don't care what my phone hears. I've plotted how to fix America quite a few times. Your phone is tracking everything you are saying and doing. That's right. So that's why you got to be brave and stand your ground and keep speaking. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Because that's the way I'm going out. They already got us. So I'm going to spit in their face on the way to fuck out. Fuck them. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't consent either, Tammy. It's crazy. You're right, dude. You're right. It's the only way it'll ever get fixed when he comes back. You know, things will. Yep, they're lying to us 24/7. There can be no peaceful resolution. Yep. Jesus will come back when I'm dust, I bet. Yeah, because a nuclear blast is about to turn you to that dust if keeps going the way it is. There'll be no peaceful resolution. Well, actually, it says peace, peace, then sudden destruction. Peace and security, then sudden destruction. And that's what's happening in the Middle East. Jared Kushner and Trump, and there's a group of guys, I don't know what they're called, peace group or something. Basically, they're going to push for a peace plan, and next thing you know, sudden destruction happens. What's this say? Jesus is coming back with a vengeance. It's right. He's not coming back as a carpenter with sandals. He's coming back as a warrior, and he's going to clean house. Combat boots and everything else. What's this? There's no money in it. Well, here's the deal. He descended into hell at one point, got the keys. So he had to be in the spirit world at that moment, right or wrong. And wait a minute. Yeah, I agree with you there. Memory of a fisherman. Yeah, it could explain a lot there too about time being messed up. Look at all these what do you call them, Mandela effects, and all the weird shit happening. And if you know anything about Nikola Tesla, there's a lot of stuff I was talking about on here a week or two back about all his experiments and his blueprints and patents. The fucking FBI ran in, snagged them all up, his death rays and whatnot that he was working on. But he may have been working on time travel. And his uncle, this is the crazy thing. Or no, sorry. Donald Trump's uncle, John Trump, was from, sorry, it's just people walk behind me. Thought I was hallucinating. Was one of the people that grabbed up. He was a friend of Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla died in 1943, I think, February. And a few months later, out they roll with what I think may have been in his patents. Tried to make a stealth ship during World War II called the Eldridge. It's basically was the Philadelphia project or experiment, whatever they called it. And I wonder if they actually did take some of his shit and started using it. It would explain the everybody saying Trump's playing 4D chess when he kept winning, all when he was trying to get into office. I've never seen anybody have that much winning. And I'm wondering if he knew things by literally having some kind of heads up time travel situation go on and knew what the hell to do in each situation. I know it sounds crazy, but I wonder that sometimes. Yeah. What's it say? Yeah, exactly. Little bit. I'm in the back seat and I'm winding down the window and throwing up out of the car because I'm disgusted that we're even going down the road at top speed with no brakes. That's the way it feels to me. What's this? I'm not certain, but I think with those with faith. Wait a minute. This shit's moving too fast. Faith and in action. Instead of tending the garden, we must conquer the fallen angels. I don't think we have the ability to do that on our own. That's where God enters, and it's a spiritual war. I mean, we're going to be involved in all this. What's it say? Jesus also said, "Soil your cloak, sell your cloak, and buy a sword." Yep. Some things are meant for our time. You must be born again. If every man hath not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of us. Yeah, that's true. You're right there, under duress. Yep. My sheep hear my voice. Yep. I agree with that. Yeah, the fallen angels are here testing us. There may even be the watchers that Enoch talked about. Some of them could be who the fallen angels are. Supposedly, they landed on Mount Hermon. Let's just say, I went to buy some laundry detergent, and now that's locked up. Everything's, yeah, I know, it's crazy. They're locking everything up in the store. That's because you have people looting, you know? Hang on, I gotta turn this car off for a little while. Wasting gas. That's better. We're worthy of God's love. We can come together and conquer eventually. Generations that can't are given forgiveness. I still swear God told me to sell everything and buy this farm. He did test us after we got it to make us know it will always be a struggle. That's right. Life is a struggle. I was telling Tammy the other day, man, I've been down and out the last couple days. I don't know why. Well, I thought about it. My mother died around this time of year, but it was years ago. But every time this time comes around, kind of fucks with my head. And then all the shit going on, it was just overwhelming. So we're constantly being attacked 100 different ways from spiritual attack. In my opinion, that's what's going on. A lot of it. What's that? My take on it, not trying to convince you, just explaining my interpretation. The book of Enoch are not God's word. Yes, it's correct. It was taken out of the Bible for a reason. Or left out. And they aren't the words of the seventh from Adam. Their forgery is called pseudepigraphal writings. I have to look that up. They're self-contradictory.
I've only read part of the Book of Enoch. And when it's talking about the fallen angels bringing about all the different things, teaching us magic and how to make weapons of war and all kinds of other shit. Plus, what's crazy is China. They almost cut us off. Did you guys see that? Can you guys hear me? Somebody give me a 5x5. Let me know I'm still. Yeah, I heard it. All right. Wow, now all the stuff's coming out. Let's see. The Euphrates is holding the plagues right now. All right. Yeah, it froze for a second. I had the wheel of death going on there just for a second. Let me see how much battery I got left. I still got plenty of battery up there. Yep. You know what? This is no bullshit. I had a dream last night. I just remembered it. I remembered. This is weird as shit. I swear. Just reading this line right here, Matthew, Mark. You meant to say Luke. You put like and John. I dreamed about. I was either reading the Bible and the four Gospels, the writers of them. I can't remember any of it, but I just instantly had a flash of a dream I had the other night. I wish I could remember what the hell it was. I didn't even, till I read that line, something like that. I wish I could remember what the hell it was. China. Oh, I know what it was with China. Yeah, they've been changing the Bible. They've rewrote things in the Bible too. That's weird. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is nobody's worrying about China. Their little bit of pure gold. They're sitting there with a full arsenal still. They didn't fight any wars. Russia's been fighting over there with the Ukraine. We're fighting, over here in the Middle East, and China's kind of just sitting back, waiting for everybody to be run dry on their weaponry, I think. Popcorn, get your pop. I don't think they're really allowed to basically read the real Bible. The government, I think, gave them a watered down version. That's what I was talking about. But Lockheed Martin is making billions.
The kill switch, yep. Palantir stock shot up. Yeah. See, that's the fucking beast system. That's why I'm not cheering on Trump. He's bringing that in. You know, it's two sides to a coin. There's the right wing, left wing, same dirty bird thing. We're being played, dude. They're working for the devil, you know, and they're going to try to get us at the last minute to fucking take the chip. Yep. Oh, maybe that's what's happening, dude. No, you know what? I haven't done that in a while. Chat filter. Thank you. I had it on top chat. I wanted it so all chat. Wait a minute. Let me go back and look one more time. All messages. That's what I got now. Thanks, dude. That's why I'm missing everything. I kept seeing people saying things and it didn't make sense. Democrats and the Republicans are two-headed snake. Yep. And the Zionists. Yep. Both paid for. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I'm wondering how long it is. You guys heard what Trump was saying about something big's going to happen. And he's alluding to like a nuclear exchange or something's going to happen over in Iran, or we're going to drop bombs on them. What's the point? See how high the rubble bounces? Because they already blew up everything, didn't they? Mostly. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that I used to do that all the time. I haven't been paying no mind to that thing and was wondering why I'm missing a lot of comments. And like, I'll go back and notice that I was like, I didn't see that during the first time around. Sometimes it won't even let me go back and rewatch the video with the comments on it. In 10 years, we all will end up in the same bread line. Yeah, we'll be the fucking bread. It's called Soylent Green, Fred. It seems like the chat's slowed down again. Oh, there you go. Yep. Oliver Twist. Yeah, right. Yep.
Nuclear bombs are the deceptive signs of the beast. There's no such thing as an atom bomb. I knew someone else that claimed that too. Tell it to the guys that tell it to the Japanese that got etched into the sidewalk by a fucking really bright flash. What did they were they out without their sunscreen and got a bad suntan? Something happened over there. Yes, yeah. I guess it's possible. We see how they lied to us right now, you know? Hmm. Maybe it is. We don't, you see, I was saying this the other day. When we went to school as kids, right in the front of the classroom, there's a globe sitting there, right? And everybody from my generation remember watching the Apollo moon, landings and all that shit. So, of course, we're going to buy into that. It was, programmed into us at an early age. Now I can't, even though the Bible says flat earth and everything, I can't wrap my head around that because my ability to think that way has been damaged because I was a kid. And if it was that, you couldn't prove it by me. It just doesn't, I can't seem to wrap my head around. Was it Revelation that says they deceived men with the signs? Yeah. I don't know, but I have seen some big bang up close and personal. 10 years to clean the Golan Heights of all the rubble America employed to help. We can't go to space. God made the firmament. Oh, I thought it's because, like they said, they lost the technology. Now, how the fuck did you guys ever hear that? Oh, we can't go back to the moon, but we can go to Mars now. Like, get the fuck out of here. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, you know what? You got a good point there with that under duress. I agree with you. Maybe it's the way that you know learning it as a kid, the way the schools pushed all that shit on us. Hop on the moon. Yeah, exactly. It's doesn't. What if it's both? How about this? Could it be both? How could it be a plane and a flat surface or whatever? I don't know, but maybe it's what you believe in at the moment, or trying to figure out how that's even possible. But it just seems hard for me to wrap my head around. Yeah, that we're not on a globe-shaped Earth, even though the Bible says, there's a firmament and all, which is, I know the Earth is not spinning. God said it stands still and moves not. That, yep. So wait a minute. So when they plotted maps and and I guess you're saying globes, they will always make the white Christian countries bigger. South Africa is 9 times bigger than Greenland, but it's always portrayed smaller. I never even thought of that. You're probably absolutely 100% right. Effie looks like a psy. Flatter. Yeah. God never says anything about three-dimensional shape of the earth. Globes. They admitted the moon rocks were actually petrified wood. The petrified wood is not millions of years old either. Yeah. Noah's flood. Yeah. On the drug problem, look at the people in Kingston, New Jersey. Tell me how much it. Yep, the flow was about 44,000 years ago. The devil can decide, what's that? Divide us, but there's some cosmic rule that they have to tell us the truth about. Yes, I agree 100% with that. There, a little bit of pure gold. I think it was like in the very beginning, almost like ground wars for fight, rules for engagement. Between good and evil. They had to fucking come forward and explain predictive programming all over the place. Like nothing would work for them if they didn't, because otherwise you're talking about human beings having to fight against supernatural beings and shit. So maybe there would. I think the devil challenged God more or less, kind of like the Job thing where he said it. Job will definitely turn on you, and Job didn't. Meteors hit the northern ice cap. Look at a meteor crater in Arizona. Now imagine how big a hole a meteor would leave in ice. Maybe a few of them. Yeah. Set a law in place that they cannot succeed with deception unless the truth is discussed. Yeah, that's more or less what I'm saying too. What she was saying, I think there's something preventing them from just being able to lie and lie and lie without putting some kind of truth out there. Yep. I don't know. But he gave us free will, so we're the wild card in the whole thing. He might have set it up like dominoes, but he also gave us free will to make decisions. Yeah. Yeah, that would make more sense there, a little bit of pure gold. 13 months of 28 days. What you laughing at there, Tammy? I'm going to bounce. Take care of it. Thanks for stopping by under duress. Have a good night. Yep. Yeah, it is getting kind of late. This reality is scripted and it's like one giant perpetual movie. The world is a stage, and anyone behind the camera are actors, and actresses sold out for money and whatever else they get promised. Yeah, I can believe that. September means 7. October, yes, means 8. You're right. Yeah, because there's 2 months missing, right? There's January or in is it in February? January. Hopefully, what's that say? Americans wake up soon. Tomorrow is fresh with no mistakes, and it got that line from a movie, Anne of Green Gables. Wake up to another rigged election. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How are they going to handle that, by the way? Is Trump getting another term since he had it stolen off him? They're finding all kinds of proof. Not that it matters, but it does in a way, but they're all criminals. I'm just saying they just said that they actually had a ton of proof that the thing was rigged and stolen. Don't worry, we got JD Palantir and digital ID, cashless society, IRS, your ass. Trump to run again. yeah, yeah, yeah. To give us bread, right? Yeah, they got a. What's that? They got a good at pissing down your back. Yeah, and telling everybody it's raining. It's exactly what they're. And unfortunately, Americans are buying their bullshit still. Still, nobody's going to jail, except for, American citizens. But you look at all the fucking top dogs that were at Epstein Island and all the other criminality shit that they're doing. Nobody's behind bars even yet. Yep. Yep. I was born in 1963, December. It's a month after Kennedy caught a slug in the head from the magic bullet. Did you see the video where Hillary Clinton has a breakdown after mentioning the infamous frizzle? No, I didn't see that. Is that the one where her face looks like all her fucking plastic surgery just gave out? Like she looked like she saw a ghost in that one picture. Yep. Yeah. You know what? I do hope that Hillary and Bill get caught up with. Enough's enough. Like there's a body count behind the Clintons. It's a freaking mile long, like 100 people. I heard 52, but then another night, someone said it was more like closing in on like 100 people. disappeared, killed, died mysteriously, plane crashes. Matter of fact, JFK Jr., they're tying that in that Hillary might have had him killed. We need Scooby-Doo at the White House to solve our country's crimes. Can't be any worse than the DOJ we got now. Yeah, that's right. Yep, we are. You know what? I think I'm going to jump off here too. Guillotine for president. Yeah. 2026. They're all paid off. Somebody's watching me buy Rockwell. Breaking news: Iran war update. Emergency alert. Act now. Critical update inside. You guys hear that? New York Prepper just put something out about something critical going on over there. Wonder if people can come together and wake up in time. There's hope. Who knows? Let me see what's going on with this. Huh. Get my other phone out. Let's see what the big news is. Something going on. Let's see if I can. Yeah, yeah. The penguins from second grade. It's just penguins, yeah. Let me see something here. Here you go. What's going on here? See, that's the problem. New York Prepper has good stuff on there sometimes, but other times it's just sitting around. It's just another live stream, waiting for something to happen over there. Yeah. Exactly. You know what? God helps those who help others, I think. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off here. I'm getting tired. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Hit me with thumbs up on the way out if you can. If anybody's in there that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another live stream. Thanks for stopping by. You guys have a great night.